Hi, my name is Robert Farrell, and for my ME 5332 final presentation, I will be discussing the topic of X-ray diffraction analysis and the applications it has in the biomedical field. Some background on X-ray diffraction is it's used to characterize the crystallinity of a material, and from this crystallinity we can determine its chemical composition, the crystal structure, and the crystal orientation. Most X-ray diffraction analysis is performed on very small particles that are in the micrometer range in size. This is known as X-ray diffraction powder analysis, and X-ray diffraction is produced by an X-ray beam interacting with the material at a chosen angle known as the angle of incidence, and after the X-ray passes through the material and reflects out, it creates a diffraction X-ray. This diffraction X-ray can be visualized by a charged coupling device or a camera, or it can be printed on film. And then this data can be analyzed by a computer program, which can then calculate the phase and intensity of the diffraction. Every material has a unique crystallinity and can be referenced with databases such as the International Center of Diffraction Data. The principle of X-ray diffraction analysis is Bragg's law, which calculates the diffraction angle and the intensity and allows us to calculate the crystallinity of a material. In figure 2, there's a photo on the left-hand side of concentric circles with different intensities. These circles are the phase, and each phase has its own intensity. This information can then be plotted on a 2 theta versus intensity graph, and in figure 3 on the top is the resulting 2 theta versus intensity wave of a crystalline material, and on the bottom is the result of a more amorphous material. In the biomedical field, X-ray diffraction analysis can help determine the crystallinity, atomic structure, biocompatibility, and corrosion, which are some of the most important characteristics that help improve products and that are standards for some of these products as well. Some of the biomedical disciplinaries that X-ray diffraction is used in are dental implants, orthopedic implants, and drug delivery systems. In orthopedic and dental implants, biocompatibility is one of the most important characteristics that must be determined. In a study I found, the researchers looked at calcium phosphate ceramics, which are used in many orthopedic and dentistry applications as they're very biocompatible, and synthetic hydroxyapatite, a form of calcium phosphate, is a major component in bones and was studied intensively in their research. More specifically, they wanted to determine if dropping hydroxyapatite using an electrochemical method at different densities and annealing the coatings at different temperatures would create a more biocompatible material. In their experiment, X-ray diffraction analysis was performed using a MAC MO3 XHF diffractometer, which operated at a tube voltage of 40 kilovolts and a current of 30 milliamps. The range of 2 theta was from 10 degrees to 70 degrees with a scanning rate of 1 degree per minute. In figure 6, the top 2 theta versus intensity graph shows that at different annealing temperatures, that the higher the temperature, the more crystalline the hydroxyapatite became, which resulted in a less biocompatible coating. The second 2 theta versus intensity plot in figure 6 shows that at different the second 2 theta versus intensity plot shows the crystallinity of the epoxyapatite when dropped at different current densities. The researchers concluded that at lower current densities, the epoxyapatite becomes more crystalline, and at higher current densities, the epoxyapatite becomes more amorphous, which is more similar to the bone crystallinity, and therefore the researchers concluded that at a higher current density, the epoxyapatite may be more biocompatible with tissue. In another application of X-ray diffraction that can be used in the biomedical field is for drug delivery. In particular, one study I found, the researchers utilized X-ray diffraction analysis to characterize and evaluate the performance of Cevastin-loaded polylactic coglycolic acid microspheres. These microspheres are delivered into the body and carry a drug that will be released with a specific release rate and destination. To monitor the release rate and chemical reaction of the Cevastin and chemical reaction between the Cevastin and PLGA, both PLGA, Cevastin, and a combination of PLGA and Cevastin were analyzed using X-ray diffraction analysis. This analysis was performed using an Equinox X3000, which operated at a voltage of 40 kilovolts and a current of 30 milliamps. The coating powder was analyzed in the range of 0 to 80 degrees for 2 theta, and a 2 theta intensity plot was created and showed that Cevastin had become amorphous and had dispersed into the PLGA or became amorphous and wouldn't create any undesirable chemical reactions. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Here are some of the references I used.